Good morning, everybody. I bet you weren't expecting a car video again anytime soon, but I'm out to do early morning errands. It's Saturday morning, the day after the day after Black Friday. I'm worn out. I'm full of Thanksgiving food, and I have good news. I went to check my P.O. box for YTE Media, and look what I have. The House of Representatives has mailed me back to Samantha E-Step, the pseudonym that I use. Let's open this up and see what they say back to me from my mail activism. Well. All right, I gotta hold the phone instead of with my neck. I don't think I can hold the phone with my neck and talk very well. Let's see what they have to say to old Samantha E-Step here. All right, this is House of Representatives, Washington, D.C. This is clearly David Kustoff, 8th District of Tennessee. So this is one of our congressmen here. He says, "Dear Samantha, thank you for contacting me regarding the 2020 presidential election. Okay, blah, blah, blah. I trust your value. I truly value this." Okay. All right. Second paragraph says, "As you know, the presidential election took place during hard times. The pandemic has caused the necessity of absentee and mail-in ballots. As such, states' elections commission are tasked with the duty of counting ballots." Okay. All right, let's see what the third paragraph says. This is still mostly blather. "You may be interested to know that all U.S. election results are finalized through a process called canvassing and certification, which is executed by state and local officials. Canvassing is the process of confirming the validity of ballots cast in an election, while certification is the process of formalizing the election results based on the data. While most states use raw data from the polls to unofficially announce the outcome, the results must be finalized with each state's Secretary of State." Okay, this seems to me, so far, this seems to me like my 8th District congressman is passing the buck and doesn't want to make a public statement or talk about the election. He wants to keep his head down, play it cool, and see how things pan out. Which is fine, because I think that this guy is a Republican, I think. I don't remember exactly, but I know that Tennessee is a fairly red state right now, meaning Republican. So he might not be wanting to make waves and just see how this plays out. So he's passing the buck, which technically he's right. It does take until the end of the cycle before we actually know how the votes panned out and all that. This is still dodging, though, because he either, one, has his head in the sand and doesn't know all the shit that I know that's been happening for the last 3 weeks, or number two, he just is wanting to fire out something, and he might not even know that this might be something that his office has sent. So let's see how they wrap it up. All right. They finish by saying, "The statutory timeline for the canvassing and certification process varies from state to state, except Hawaii, New Hampshire, Rhode Island, and Tennessee, which do not have statutory deadlines for this result. Of the 46 other states, 6 states require the certification 1 week of election, 26 require it between November 10th and 30th, and 14 states have a certification during December." All right. Last paragraphs. He says, "As your congressman and former United States attorney for the West District, I believe it is important to advance democracy and protect the integrity of our elections. Fair and open elections are a fundamental principle of democracy." And that's the D word again. "I support an accurate count of all legal votes and remain committed to honoring this precedent as we have in the past. As such, I encourage you to have faith and confidence in the election process as the states finalize their vote counts." Yeah, have faith and confidence in the system that's been rigged for decades. Have faith and confidence in you lying-ass turds in Washington and all you media shills. Yeah, have faith in that shit. "Thank you again for reaching out to me in regards to the 2020 presidential election. Please know that your correspondence is important to me and that I appreciate your views. If there's anything I can do for you, don't hesitate to contact me." Okay. From here, what we do is we encourage positively for our politicians to hold our views. My next letter to this guy is going to be like my previous tutorial. It's not going to be one of forceful anger, fear, that kind of thing. It's not going to be from the point of view of Samantha E-Step being outraged at the election. This next one's going to be to encourage him to do the right thing and to enforce our white positive nationalistic values and make sure that he carries those out in Washington. So that's what the next letter to old David Kustoff's going to be. You guys have a wonderful weekend. I'm going to be on stream later today with Uzulu on his channel, breaking down the Kraken. They in the Cabal, which is his Discord channel, they make fun of me for saying Kraken. I think Kraken sounds cooler than Kraken, so I say Kraken. I've always liked it that way. I'm going to be doing that today, this afternoon, probably starting around 1 to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to spend at least 3 hours going through that, looking at each part. I spent 2 hours yesterday morning making a lot of notes on it, looking at different websites, listening to other commentators that have already gone through the Kraken, and we're going to talk about that today. And then either tomorrow or Monday, I hope to have all the editing done of my next step of the deep double analysis on the COVID-19 statistics from the CDC. I don't know when I'll be able to finish the editing this weekend. I have a lot of family stuff to do, but that will be my next proper video coming out, hopefully in the next couple of days. So you guys have a wonderful, blessed weekend. I love you all. Happy Thanksgiving. Goodbye and God bless.